Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Larson.
Welcome to the world of Daniel Larson, the enigmatic figure behind the screen who has become one of the most infamous and disturbing lolcows on the internet. Daniel's internet presence tells a twisted and deranged story that has captivated the attention of millions of viewers, making him an ironic internet sensation. With his strange appearance, bizarre antics, and cringeworthy behavior, Daniel has amassed a dedicated following of fans who can't seem to get enough of his absurd and often disturbing content. However, behind the facade of his online persona lies a troubled individual who is struggling to cope with his mental health issues and whose behavior has become increasingly unstable and dangerous. This documentary will take you on a journey through the strange and unsettling world of Daniel Larson as we explore the dark and disturbing side of one of the internet's most notorious figures since Chris Chan. Get ready for a wild ride, because this is the twisted tale of Daniel Larson.
Daniel, calm down. Daniel.
Guys, check out my YouTube now and please comment. I'm currently under attack. What the fuck is going on? Why the fuck am I to blame? I've done nothing wrong. They just had me fucking scream on the phone because they were telling me that I was a bitch and now I'm a liar. Get out of here!
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure being here. And it did a lot to help me. I made lots of friends. I learned how to do stuff I never knew how to do before. And it's much better now. Thank you.
Daniel Robert Larson was welcomed into the world on November 15, 1998 in Lancaster, California, to his parents Elizabeth Lee Scheimer and James Travis Larson. As of today, he has just crossed the age of 24. Unfortunately, his childhood was marked by turbulence, with his parents showing him very little care or attention. Daniel has claimed in various deleted videos that he was abused during his childhood, although there are other sources indicating that he may have been the abuser himself, throwing fits of rage and acting violently towards himself and others when things didn't go his way. It is worth noting that at the tender age of 4, Daniel painted on his grandmother's walls, and instead of facing any actual discipline or consequences for his actions, he was rewarded with M&Ms, which his father believed reinforced his problematic behavior. Social services removed Daniel from his parents' custody when he was 11 years old. He was then moved to Colorado to live with his grandmother, Nancy Scheimer, who served as his legal guardian to prevent him from being placed in foster care. Daniel's teenage years were marred with difficulties as he struggled with behavioral issues and mental health disorders, such as ADHD, autism, and bipolar disorder. Despite the challenges he faced, Daniel never gave up on his dreams of attending film school and pursuing a career in music or acting. In 2012, a news segment from KWGN showed a 14-year-old Daniel reflecting on his time at the Tennyson Center in Colorado. The Tennyson Center for Children specializes in serving neglected, abused, and traumatized children. Daniel lived at the facility for 1.5 years and attended their programs for 3 after suffering alleged neglect.
The Tennyson Center for Children has become one of the Rocky Mountain region's leading treatment centers for emotionally and crisis-affected children, particularly those suffering from abuse and neglect.
Good boy.
When I first came here, I actually was really nervous.
That's 14-year-old Danny, who came from an extremely neglectful home. When his grandmother got word of Danny's situation, she moved here from California to be his guardian.
Wonderful!
So he wouldn't end up in a foster home. Danny still lived at the center for 1.5 years, but now lives with his grandma, continuing to go to school at Tennyson and receive treatment.
When he came to Tennyson almost 3 years ago, he was very angry and confused and feeling very uncertain about his life and where he belonged and what was going to happen.
Rod Witt, the president of Tennyson Center, says the program gives children like Danny great opportunity.
Do they bring some challenges? Absolutely they do. But you know, they've got the opportunity to, number one, be safe, number two, receive some attention that they've, in some cases, never received, and number three, to get help and to be themselves and to really let their own personalities come forth.
But looking at Danny now, you will see a smiling, laughing young boy with the world ahead of him.
This is wonderful today!
Danny and his grandmother have both seen huge improvements.
I learned to, when I'm in school, to do school and never quit, because if you quit, you won't know what to do. And if someone's trying to get you upset, don't let them make you feel bad about yourself. Just be good and make yourself feel happy.
He likes himself now. He feels good about himself. I'm not saying he's a finished job. He's got more work to do, but he's a much different child than he was when he first came here.
Danny now has big dreams and is looking forward to the future.
I like theater. I love to act. I want a storm chase when I get older. Hopefully I'll be on the news one day.
As Danny says goodbye, he has this to say to the people at the Tennyson Center.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure being here. And they did a lot to help me. I made lots of friends. I learned how to do stuff I never knew how to do before. And it's much better now. Thank you.
This touching news segment showcases Daniel Larson's inspiring determination to pursue his passions despite the challenging circumstances of his upbringing. Unfortunately, Daniel's life took a tragic turn with the passing of his beloved grandmother in 2019 due to complications from cancer. The loss had a profound impact on him, and he was subsequently placed in a state-run group home for the disabled, where he stayed for 2 years before moving between other disability homes and experiencing homelessness. The trauma inflicted by his parents during his childhood and the death of his grandmother have led to a range of mental health issues for Daniel, which have caused concerns of schizophrenia, particularly when he fails to take his prescribed medication. After Daniel's grandmother passed away, he found a new mentor in Bob Proctor. They first met at the Tennyson Center's Reading Buddy program where Daniel was residing at the time. Despite the limitations of the program, the two quickly hit it off and formed a friendship that went beyond their weekly meetings. Bob grew closer to Daniel's grandmother, Nancy, and after her passing, he stepped in to support Daniel's music career, funding it with basic instrumentals and studio time. However, caring for Daniel proved to be a difficult task for Bob, and he ultimately had to make the tough decision to become his caretaker. Daniel's obsession with fame as a musician and actor was a recurring theme in his life. Despite having no connections in the music industry, he often acted as though he had already made it big. His delusions only intensified when he created his first TikTok account at Daniel Larson Fans in March of 2020. Although the account name suggested that it was a fan page, Daniel saw it as another way to pose as a celebrity. Initially, his videos were simple and showed him discussing his aspirations to become an actor and singer-songwriter. While his appearance and behavior were sometimes strange, the comment section was ironically supportive, fueling his delusions. With only a small following of a few hundred people, Daniel's confidence grew, leading to his unexpected declaration of candidacy for the presidency on July 14, 2020, despite his political views being unclear and often contradictory.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson. I am planning on running for president in the future. If you think that that's a good idea, please click the thumbs up, give me a like, give me a follow, and give me a comment. Please stay tuned. Thank you.
To his ironic yet loyal followers, Daniel's announcement to run for president was met with enthusiasm, with some jokingly referring to him as Mr. President, and even suggesting he had a genuine shot at winning. As his TikTok account grew in popularity, he slowly became a cult figure on the app. However, strange occurrences began to take place in his videos, with the front camera of his phone malfunctioning and the videos becoming foggy. This unintentional running joke, known as the Fog Era, caused his followers to become more involved with his content, ultimately leading to trolls to take advantage of his vulnerable nature and mental health issues. Some followers posed as scouts or CEOs for record labels, leading Daniel to make videos claiming to work for those labels.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson, and I am planning to sign with Fine Dining Records. I want to say thank you to Mark, Matt, Jaden, Gabe Itch, and Ray Pist. Thank you so much for all your support, and I can't wait to work with you. See you on the flip side.
The situation quickly escalated for Daniel Larson, leading to a catastrophic turn of events. On November 20th, 2020, a leaked Pinterest account belonging to Daniel revealed alarming content that left many people disturbed. The images were of young female celebrities, such as Grace VanderWaal and Darcy Lynn Farmer, who were both around 16 years old at the time. To make matters worse, the pictures were often taken when they were even younger, intensifying the overall distressing nature of the situation. Another board showed a map listing the age of consent in each state, implying that Daniel had disturbing intentions towards underage girls. In a bid to salvage his image, Daniel took to his TikTok account to apologize and acknowledge the Pinterest account as his. However, some individuals claimed that his managers had coerced him into making the video. The problem was further compounded by the fact that the Pinterest activities had been going on for an extended period, long before Daniel became an online sensation.
Hello, everyone. In the past, I used to use pictures of girls and masturbate to them.
Recognizing that a simple apology would not suffice to address the backlash, Daniel resorted to claiming that his social media accounts had been hacked by trolls. Surprisingly, some people believed this explanation. However, during a live stream hosted by a fake record label, Roach Records, his followers bombarded him with questions regarding his Pinterest account, forcing him to come up with yet another excuse. He stated that he was hacked after giving his login information to another fake record label, Fine Dining Records. Despite his conflicting explanations, fans were perplexed, especially when it came to his personal interactions with young girls. Despite his claims of being hacked, Daniel had recorded duet videos with children. During the live stream, fans pointed out that he had previously admitted that the Pinterest account and boards were his, and that he had used children's photos on the account for his own pleasure.
Record companies, I follow family, my family follows me. It's just got everything now. Mm-hmm. But it blew up, guys, like I said, within the first 24 to 48 hours of me having the account.
And you have a YouTube account too, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so then why do you re-upload videos of little girls on your YouTube account as well?
Oh.
That got hacked as well. And I actually contacted.
Do you see where I'm having a problem? I'm having a problem because every time that we're able to establish that there is an account that is held by you, it's been hacked at some point.
But that's because I gave the information to Fine Dining.
But Fine Dining Records wasn't a thing back then.
Afterward, Daniel resorted to pretending on and off that he didn't even know what Pinterest was, fueling speculation about his pathological lying tendencies, particularly when confronted with guilt.
Somebody was telling me of some type of social platform called Pinterest. Huh. I wonder what type of printer it uses.
Regardless of whether or not trolls played a role in this situation, Daniel's behavior was undeniably problematic, and it would take a lot more than a half-hearted apology to repair the damage he had done. Daniel Larson's lack of accountability was evident as he blamed everyone but himself for his actions, including his former management team and Roach Records. This made it difficult for people to determine who was actually responsible for his actions. After making accusations against his management team, he switched to another and claimed to have signed with Interscope and Party House Records.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson. I am signed with Party House Records and Interscope Records. I am not signed with any other record labels. For all my fans that think I am with a different record label, do not believe it. The only record label I am with is Party House Records and Interscope Records. Thank you.
He even claimed that people were taking pictures of his home and showing up at his doorstep, but users on the official Daniel Larson subreddit revealed that they had randomly found him at certain times, indicating that he was easy to locate. However, he did mention that people were making hundreds of dollars worth of pizza orders to his house, which he posted about on TikTok. Despite the scandal, Daniel continued to upload videos fulfilling fan requests and expressing his delusions of being a famous celebrity. He rarely addressed the allegations, but when he did, he vehemently denied any wrongdoing and blamed his former management team for everything. However, his behavior suggested otherwise. Due to Daniel's history of pathological lying and miscommunication, it's difficult to discern what really happened. Nevertheless, this event marked a significant turning point in his story. As Daniel tried to deflect blame for his erratic behavior, he claimed that a private investigator had uncovered the truth and that the media was out to smear him. However, it was evident that his allegations were baseless since he could not afford a private investigator, and he had no concrete evidence to support his claims that the media was conspiring against him. As days went by, it became increasingly difficult to comprehend the reasons behind Daniel's behavior, as it appeared completely unpredictable. In an attempt to portray himself as a typical celebrity, he posted a tribute to Blake Shelton for Black Lives Matter on social media, complete with his version of jumping jacks in an empty street. While the tribute appeared genuine, it was unclear whether he did it at his manager's suggestion or whether he genuinely cared about the cause. He followed this up with a video asking for his fans to stop the George Floyd riots, and another where he believed his fans were actually responsible for the riots. Things took a controversial turn on May 1st, 2021, when Daniel posted a video on his YouTube channel giving a shoutout to EDP445, a notorious YouTuber and convicted sex offender. To the surprise of many, Daniel suggested that he and EDP445 should collaborate in the future.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson. I just wanted to shout out the YouTuber EDP445. I am sorry for the allegations against you. I am sorry. We are in this together. I have been there too. I hope we could possibly collaborate in the future.
This statement marked the beginning of the headset era in the Larson-verse, with every video featuring Daniel wearing a comically large headset. However, the biggest shock came in a video where Daniel revealed that he now identified as transgender.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson, and this is Transgender Awareness Month. Because it is Transgender Awareness Month, I am transgender. Please stay tuned. Please help us out. Stay tuned. Thank you.
This revelation was only the beginning of a series of events that would send shockwaves through his fan base. As Daniel tried to recover from the Pinterest account scandal, a new scandal soon emerged, which the Larson heads have come to refer to as the May 6th incident. While the name might sound ominous, it pales in comparison to the psychological trauma that was inflicted upon his fans. Daniel uploaded a live concert on TikTok where he played music through his headset, which unfortunately was inaudible to his audience. Later that day, he announced that he would be quitting TikTok and doing a live stream where he would audition for an adult film. This announcement set off alarm bells among his followers, who knew that he had previously spoken about being coerced into doing such activities by his former managers.
Hello everyone, this is Daniel Larson. Tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, I will be doing an audition on TikTok, so please stay tuned. It is for adult films. Please stay tuned.
Are you guys tuned in yet? This is your last chance. Get tuned in. Also, I will be quitting TikTok. So everyone, this is your last chance to follow.
As expected, a large number of people tuned in to watch the live stream, and true to his word, Daniel proceeded to expose himself to the camera, resulting in his accounts being permanently banned. A few hours later, he emerged on another account claiming that he had been hacked. In a desperate attempt to distance himself from the scandal, he declared that he had nothing to do with the live stream and urged his fans to not look at pictures of his genitals.
Hello everyone, this is my new account. Please follow this new account. This is my new account. Once again, this is my new account. Please. Hello everyone, this is Daniel Larson. Yesterday we were under attack. We got hacked. We lost everything, so please give us a follow back.
The turbulent period in Daniel Larson's career is a matter of public record, and the Daniel Larson Wiki provides some insight into what happened during this time. According to the wiki, Daniel was persuaded by his former manager, Flexburger, to participate in a TikTok livestream and post an explicit photo on his YouTube community page. The exact circumstances surrounding these events are unclear, but it was during this time that Daniel declared war on Flexburger, which had a lasting impact on his fans and tarnished his reputation. Flexburger seems to have been one of the first to discover Daniel's Pinterest account, which he then used to expose him. He went on a campaign to reveal private audio recordings of Daniel, which captured him making suggestive comments about a 12-year-old skateboarder named Sky Brown. Flexburger also pretended to be a minor and engaged in conversations with Daniel similar to the tactics used in sting operations. Daniel's behavior during these interactions was reprehensible, as he made explicit comments and solicited minors, often bringing up his obsession with Grace Vanderwall. These text messages were referenced in Daniel's announcement. In response, Daniel announced a lockdown and vented his frustrations towards Flexburger, even threatening to involve the FBI. However, Flexburger managed to re-enter Daniel's circle by posing as an Interscope manager named Josh, leading to the May 6th incident.
Because of what Flexburger posted, we are going on lockdown. Everybody, we are going on lockdown. Stay tuned for what happens next. And Flexburger on YouTube and TikTok, you are a fucking bitch for exposing me. We are calling the Denver Police Department and reporting you. The FBI will be coming to your house.
The day after the incident, Daniel went on a TikTok livestream and exposed himself once again, connecting the allegations with other incriminating clips.
I went into it. It was my decision. What?
If you became president, would you make pedophilia illegal or legal?
So, I would, it's kind of interesting. That's a very good point. In my opinion, if underage can actually do porn with the consent of parents, if, they do it the right way, I feel like it should come from both ways.
I repent that I am sorry for masturbating to pictures of children and Grace. I am sorry.
I am sorry for having 500 megabytes of child porn.
Initially, people attributed Daniel's behavior to him being a mouthpiece for his followers. However, recent events suggested that it was Daniel's own doing. In a TikTok video posted just before the incidents, Daniel claimed that his parole officer warned him about the possibility of going to jail for something he had done. Although he didn't specify what it was, people connected it to a period of 3 weeks when he was absent from social media, during which he gave various conflicting explanations.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson. I just got in trouble with my probation officer for not following the probation rules. Unfortunately, there was a miscommunication. He said if it happens anymore, I will go to jail. Please help me, guys. I need your support.
After this point, numerous accounts were created, hacked, or allegedly hacked, and then deleted. Overall, the series of events that transpired during this period was shocking and disturbing, leaving a lasting impression on Daniel's fans and damaging his reputation. Despite attempts to blame others for his behavior, it's clear that Daniel was ultimately responsible for his actions, and the consequences have been severe. On the 11th of May, Daniel went live on another stream, where he had a meeting with the therapist assigned to work on his case. Many saw this as a positive step, a sign that Daniel was finally seeking help for his mental health issues. Unfortunately, this optimism was short-lived, as the entire session was recorded without the therapist's knowledge. It was clear that the only reason Daniel had broadcasted the stream was to show people that he was speaking with the therapist. He repeatedly bragged about his supposed fame, telling her that he had somehow garnered 40 million views, a blatant lie intended to impress her. Around the same time, Daniel's most infamous pathology was unleashed as he stopped suppressing his unhealthy obsession with Grace VanderWaal and became more public about it. It all began on May 12, 2021, when he claimed that he and Grace had a collaboration in the works that would be released soon. Although it seemed like a harmless statement, it was obviously untrue. Daniel's peculiar and unsettling infatuation with Grace VanderWaal reportedly began during his teenage years when he used to watch America's Got Talent with his grandmother. The show had become a treasured bonding activity for the two, but one particular episode proved to be especially significant for Daniel. It was during this episode that Grace VanderWaal, a singer-songwriter and contestant on the show, captured his attention with her remarkable performance that earned her a golden buzzer from the panel of judges. As the young girl captivated the audience with her voice, Daniel expressed his admiration for her out loud to his grandma. His grandmother responded with a hopeful comment, saying, "Maybe one day you will be with her when you make it big as a singer." This one comment appeared to have struck a chord with Daniel, and it seems to have fueled his obsession with Grace ever since.
Luke. There you go, Luke.
Yo, what's up, Daniel? I want to know who your idol is. Who do you idolize the most?
Believe it or not, I actually have a couple idols. And out of the females, probably Kelsey Ballerini, Taylor Swift, and Grace VanderWaal.
However, in mid-2021, Daniel's fixation on Grace spiraled out of control to the point where he started telling strangers on the street that they were dating.
Excuse me, I just have something I want to say real quick. If you know the singer Grace VanderWaal,
I don't.
Okay, so she was on America's Got Talent, and she was a winner of the show. I'm an upcoming singer, and we are going to end up dating. So if you could spread the word, that would be great.
What's your name?
Daniel Larson.
Okay, I will.
All right, thank you.
He even went as far as recording suggestive videos of himself moaning and whispering, supposedly for Grace. This behavior led to a breakup with her and an apology for the videos he made. Although he claimed to have been misled by malicious trolls, his actions went far beyond what was necessary. He didn't limit his harassment to Grace either, as he also targeted Darcy Lynn and Sky Brown. But Grace was always his primary focus. He would frequently comment on her TikTok and Instagram posts, engaging in bizarre one-sided conversations with her. One particularly disturbing incident occurred when Daniel appeared on TikTok desperate for information about Grace. He claimed to be in contact with the VanderWaal family, who had been withholding information from him about an accident she was in. He became so distraught that he began hitting himself and even threatened to end his own life. Sometime during this period, trolls managed to come into contact with Daniel and asked him to spread awareness to the public about Grace's supposed death, which turned out to be yet another hoax. This resulted in a spree of videos Daniel posted to TikTok and YouTube, where he frantically exclaimed in public spaces that there was a celebrity in the hospital, and urged all bystanders around him to spread the news.
There's currently a celebrity in the hospital. We are asking that the information gets loose. Thank you, everyone. Please spread the message. There's currently a celebrity in the hospital. Please spread the news.
This led to him getting kicked out of some restaurants and businesses, with one of these incidents being recorded by Daniel himself.
There is currently a celebrity in the hospital. We are asking that the message gets out. That's very rude of you.
And you're just talking gibberish. Just go.
That was assault, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. I have it all on film.
Okay,
No, I'm not going to because you tried to grab me.
I did not try to.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. It's all on film. It's all on film.
On July 4th, he posted a YouTube video titled "Rest in Peace Dave and Grace Vanderwall," mourning their supposed deaths. He claimed that somehow Grace had simultaneously taken her own life and had a heart attack. In a moment of rare self-awareness, he admitted to soliciting minors and sending inappropriate photos to Grace or whoever he believed was her. He promised to carry on her legacy and make amends for his wrongdoings.
No, Grace is going to want this video. Thing that I've done. I admit to sexting minors. And sexting Grace and sending Grace a dick pic. I'm sorry for putting Grace through so much stress that she takes her own life and has a heart attack. Her last words to me was, Daniel, I look up to you.
However, this moment of clarity was fleeting. Daniel soon resumed his obsessive behavior, convinced that he and Grace were periodically dating and breaking up. It's hard to imagine how things could get any stranger, but they did. Daniel eventually caught the attention of the Vanderwall team, specifically Grace's mother, Tina Vanderwall. Their interaction was not on the best of terms, but it was a strange culmination of Daniel's obsession. When Grace's mother told Daniel to stop communicating with her family, Daniel responded with an emotionally charged statement. "I understand. I'm ending my life tonight." Though he did not follow through on this threat, this encounter became a significant influence on his subsequent online posts. He began to upload multiple videos apologizing to the Vanderwall family while attempting to address the allegations made against him. However, his responses fluctuated between admitting to his misdeeds and denying them altogether. It was interesting to note that despite the distressing situation with Grace, Tina, her mother, displayed empathy towards Daniel. In one of his live streams, Daniel received a comment from Tina stating that the person who contacted him pretending to be her was not her. She pleaded with Daniel to stop mentioning Grace or their family, as she had already told him to do so in a previous DM. Tina warned Daniel that anyone communicating with him was likely a troll trying to manipulate him, and urged him to stop altogether. However, Daniel persisted with his obsession with Grace, albeit less frequently. He would occasionally receive messages from fake accounts claiming to be Grace, which would revive his campaign. During one of these episodes, Daniel created a video alleging that Grace was being R-worded by her own father. In another instance, he attempted to contact Grace and guilt-trip her, claiming that he had a heart condition due to heartbreak. Although he occasionally considered that these people might be trolls, he quickly dismissed such thoughts, unable to accept the fact that Grace never wanted anything to do with him. In a series of videos posted on June 25th, Daniel Larson's emotional state is seen to be in a state of extreme distress, as he pleaded for a spot on the Vanderwall team on the short video creation and sharing app Like. In the videos, Daniel appeared to be frantic and panicked as he desperately sought help and claimed that he would become homeless if he did not receive the assistance he needed. He made a series of demands, at times making threats of suicide and crying out of frustration and despair.
I can't take this. I can't take this. I can't take this. I am fighting, but this is my only source of contact, and to know that right now that you actually get it. Please message me. Please message me now. I'm currently under attack. Please, please, please. I'm currently under attack. You need to let me on the team now. I don't know what to do. Please let me on the team. I can't do anything. I want out. I want out. I will take down 2 videos on YouTube to show that I care. I will take down 2. It's not letting me into my email. It's not letting me into my email because I don't have my phone number. It's not sending a verification to my phone.
Despite the negativity surrounding the Grace fiasco and his like meltdown, Daniel managed to upload his first original song, Roaring Thunder, in July of 2021. He later performed the song live in August, albeit to a sparse audience. However, every positive moment was quickly followed by more disturbing behavior from Daniel. On July 28, 2021, Daniel Larson faced yet another setback when he was reportedly banned from a Walmart store. Although the exact reason for his ban remains unclear, speculation suggests that he may have been either recording or talking on his phone inside the store. However, what Daniel claimed to be the reason for his ban was far more concerning.
Walmart just kicked me out for touching kids.
Despite the severity of the situation, Daniel was not one to sit idly by. Instead, he resolved to turn the incident into an opportunity to protest and start a movement against Walmart. However, his plans for a protest were soon foiled when it was discovered that he was never actually banned from Walmart at all. In fact, it was later revealed that someone pretending to be a representative of the retail giant had contacted Daniel and falsely informed him of his supposed ban. At the time, Papa Gut, a popular drama tuber and YouTube commentator who had been covering Daniel's story, was helping him expose one of his trolls. The discovery of the fake ban came to light during this process and led to a massive realization that Daniel had been duped. Despite the truth coming to light, Daniel continues to be trolled and harassed about the ban to this day. On the same day as his concert, Daniel uploaded a 3-minute video of an altercation with one of his caretakers named Jonas. From the footage, it appeared that Jonas was trying to take away Daniel's phone given the troubling content he had been posting on social media. However, Daniel's extreme addiction to social media led him to become hysterical and claim that Jonas was assaulting him. This was a pattern of behavior that Daniel had exhibited multiple times in the past.
Why did you try to hit me? No! What? Get off me! Get off me! If you try to hit me one more time, bitch! I have it all on recording! You tried to hit me! I'm on the floor! I'm doing nothing to you! I'm doing nothing to you! You tried to hit me! I just did self-defense! I'm on the floor! I didn't do anything! I just did self-defense! I even have it on film with you trying to, I don't even know anymore, and I'm afraid of you. I didn't do anything to you. You just tried to grab me. Why did you raise your fist? I was just trying to get outside. Well, why did you try to grab me? I don't know who he's talking on the phone. Why did you try to grab me? Why did you try to grab? Stop! Stop! Stop coming near me! At this point, if you grab me, if you do anything to me, because I'm doing nothing, all I'm doing is sitting here, I will attack you for self-defense. Because that's legal. I'm doing nothing to you.
A month had passed since the incident, and Daniel found himself facing charges for destruction of private property. The location of the crime remained undisclosed, but court documents suggested that it occurred in a private residence rather than a commercial establishment, indicating that it may have been a result of a random outburst of anger Daniel had had inside of his disability home. This case had remained open to this day, primarily due to Daniel's failure to appear in court on 4 separate occasions. One of the more peculiar aspects of Daniel's stay under Jonas's care was his bizarre fixation on the food he was served. Despite being provided with mac and cheese as a meal, Daniel grew to detest it and claimed to have been poisoned by a combination of jalapenos, honey mustard, and spicy ranch, even providing some seemingly convincing evidence to support his claim. On one occasion, while being served another helping of mac and cheese, Daniel remarked that it tasted like cow piss and was entirely disgusting, pointing out small black specks in his food. When he checked the fridge, he realized that there was no milk available to make the mac and cheese, leading him to grab a bottle of spicy ranch from the fridge and wondered aloud why the mac and cheese tasted like ranch with a tangy flavor. Daniel scrutinized the honey mustard more closely and found that it contained similar black specks to the one found in the mac and cheese. He deduced that a lot of honey mustard had been used since you could very clearly see a line in the bottle and there was no sound when he shook it. After taking a bite, Daniel said that he never thought that he would be putting this all over the media, but it started affecting his family and his girlfriend. And so he threw away the mustard mac and cheese, plate and all. Some of his fans speculate that this incident may have contributed to Daniel's outburst in the home. During his stay with Jonas, Daniel's relationship with food became increasingly obsessive, and he believed that it was deliberately sabotaged to make him sick. He analyzed his meals with a forensic eye, searching for any hint of contamination, and although his claims of being poisoned were hard to verify, they seemed to add to his mounting paranoia. Daniel's fixation with food may have been a manifestation of his deep-seated mistrust of the world around him, as he struggled to make sense of the forces that seemed to conspire against him. His obsession with the mac and cheese became a symbol of his broader sense of alienation and mistrust, serving as a tangible reminder of his difficult past and uncertain future. The Jonas altercation was a turning point in the Daniel saga, marking the beginning of what would later be known as the Mohawk era. Following suggestions from a fake Grace account, Daniel gave himself a new haircut that would become his trademark look for this period. Soon, fans were quick to discover that he had somehow traveled to California. Daniel's arrival in California was marked by excitement from his fans who spotted him the very night he arrived. However, things quickly took a turn for the worse when, on August 21st, he uploaded a video to a new account, Daniel Larson in SoCal, claiming that he had been abandoned by his disability services and was currently homeless in Los Angeles. In the video, Daniel is seen walking in front of the Hyatt House in Emeryville near Oakland, where it is assumed he was staying. It is unclear how he managed to get there or whether he was even aware that Oakland was not Los Angeles. Desperate for help, Daniel asked for donations to fund his court case and potentially make his way back to Denver. However, the account was banned on the same day for unknown reasons. In other videos on the account, he also pleaded for donations for food and warm clothing. Despite the chaos and confusion, Daniel's caseworker managed to intervene and convince his care providers to transport him back to Denver. Due to his ongoing issues with his previous disability service, he was transferred to St. Francis Mental Hospital in Colorado Springs. When he was released, however, Daniel had already once again become a danger to himself and others. He posted a video showing that he had broken his television and put holes in his walls, claiming that he had done so under threat.
This is what happens when I get fucking harassed and I get told what to do. I was threatened if I don't, I will be killed.
When this video was shared on his subreddit, an account called Lootbox Productions claimed that someone was spamming Daniel, telling him to post videos with threats. The same account would later provide insight into Daniel's current circumstances. One of the managers made a long post titled, "Announcement from the Current Team." The post says, "Hello Daniel fans. As I'm sure you are aware, there was a lot of speculation on his current management. To start off, we don't support the idea of managers, which is why we don't refer to ourselves as that. We don't tell Daniel what to do or post, and we don't get any financial benefit from him like music royalties. The only reason we do what we do is that if it weren't for us talking to Daniel on a daily basis, some 14-year-old troll would. They could make Daniel send them all his money and tell him to go live naked saying the N-word. If you've been paying attention to him recently, you would notice that he doesn't go naked on live, say slurs, post racist stuff, etc. Because we are guiding him on the right path while keeping trolls away from him. He does say a few interesting things here and there on his own, but we don't tell him what to say or do. We give him advice to point him in the right direction, but Daniel has power over himself. As for the financial stuff, we don't control any of his existing financial accounts, such as Cash App or bank accounts. We created one Cash App as a way to allow fans to donate money that would actually benefit him. He doesn't have the best spending habits and either invests money into stocks with poor financial knowledge, gambles it away, or spends it on expensive food such as a $20 burger at an upscale restaurant. With the Cash App we created, donations will still go to Daniel, but they will be going towards his basic needs first. He gets sent that money to pay for meals, transportation, and any other expenses that are worthy. We make no profits, and the only time that money leaves that account is when it's going to Daniel. Our team is not a bunch of 14-year-olds who want to use money. Most of us are in our 20s and are only doing this because we care about Daniel's well-being. Unfortunately, his support systems, such as SSI, his case manager services, and family and friends around him, do not suit his situation very well, which is pretty obvious by the fact that he is homeless and can't afford food. We are in contact with this case manager and a close family friend, and they are aware of what we are doing. Our end goal is to put Daniel in a position where he doesn't have to worry about where the money for his next meal is from, utilize better spending habits, use critical thinking to tell trolls apart from good people, ensure that he gets a roof over his head, and his safety as the most important things, because trolls could and have convinced him into harming himself. In order to meet those goals, we do plan on helping Daniel establish some more diverse ways of making money, such as possibly setting up a merchandise store, other donation apps, stable investments, etc. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them here. Although this seemed like a promising statement from Daniel's management, things would later soon fall apart. The management team behind this post would later quit and completely abandon all relations with Daniel after finding out about his history with pedophilia. Daniel Larson's life has been marked by numerous incidents, and one issue that cannot be overlooked is his repeated use of racial slurs. While he may have been goaded into using them by online trolls during the Mohawk era, it is clear that his use of the N-word was not entirely involuntary.
You are a bitch, Nick. Grr. Do you think I'm stupid enough? Like, I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. Your name is Nick, last name Grr. Put it together. Bitch.
Nevertheless, despite this, many people have developed a strong parasocial relationship with Daniel. This became particularly evident when it was discovered that he had become homeless due to his erratic behavior. Online videos surfaced showing holes of the walls in his apartment, and in the midst of his turmoil, he lashed out at someone named Quandale Dingle, telling him to go to hell and to stop messaging him.
This is a message to Quandale Dingle. Please stop messaging me. Go to hell. Quandale Dingle, please step down. The FBI is going to your house. They're en route to your house. Please step down, you bitch asshole. Quandale Dingle, please fuck off. You're a character that I made up and you're sending us threats, which means you're impersonating.
While the reason for this outburst is not entirely clear, it is not entirely surprising given Daniel's tendency to react strongly to perceived slights. As Daniel's troubles continued to mount, he found himself in trouble with the law yet again, this time for petty theft. He had been caught dine-and-dashing at a Hard Rock Cafe, which was just one of many similar incidents. In some cases, he would show the restaurant's tab on a live stream, hoping that someone would pay for it, or he would claim that Bob Proctor would pay for it. While some restaurants chose to ban him permanently instead of pressing charges, he is still facing legal consequences for this particular incident. On May 13th, 2022, Daniel posted a video on TikTok which captured an altercation with an unknown man. While it was evident that Daniel had access to a charging port due to his frequent posts on social media, he usually charged his phone at public facilities such as restaurants and stores. However, on this occasion, he decided to charge his phone on someone's private property upon his return from a hike in Castle Rock. The property owner was unhappy with Daniel's actions and became aggressive, eventually threatening to involve the police. In response, Daniel had a meltdown and used a racial slur towards the owner.
Are you gonna wait? Is that what you're waiting for?
I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know if you're gonna—
I'm asking you a fucking question! You better get the fuck off of here! Get the fuck out of here before I fucking move you out of here!
If you take one step closer—
Get the fuck off my property!
If you take one step closer—
Get the fuck off my property!
If you take one step closer—
Get the fuck off my fucking property! They're coming for you, stupid fuck! Don't you understand? Why are you fucking here?
If you put one hand on me—
Get the fuck out of here!
Okay.
Really? It's gonna be like that?
You're threatening me, and I don't know.
Get the fuck off my property!
I don't know if you're going to put hands on me or—
Call me a—
When a user pointed out in the comment section of a YouTube video of the incident that it was unacceptable to use racial slurs, Daniel tried to justify his behavior by saying that it was due to fear for his safety. Surprisingly, just 2 days later, on May 15th, Daniel decided to participate in the Denver Colfax Marathon despite living as a homeless person. He documented his journey by filming himself throughout the race and eventually finished second to last in his division of 20 to 29-year-old men. Although Daniel's pace suggests that he never ran faster than a light jog, it was great to see that he remained active during his homelessness. However, it was not surprising that he was minimally athletic, especially since he had previously claimed to have won a Special Olympic swimming event on an old Twitter account. Most of the images taken during the marathon show him with his phone in hand, interacting with fans and live streaming. During his time as a homeless person, Daniel used his case manager, Andrew, as a scapegoat for all of his problems. Furthermore, he threatened to sue Andrew and other managers. In the meantime, Daniel spoke at an open mic event at a Roe v. Wade reversal protest. During his brief speech, he shared personal details such as his past experience of getting naked online and his obsession with Grace. The organizers had to intervene and prevent him from providing further information about his career as a professional adult film actor. He even made outlandish claims such as, "Because of my autism, my grandmother passed away from cancer."
Radio. I'm a music artist. I just started my career like about a year ago. But I have a very, very crazy story, very traumatizing story. I'm also on YouTube. I mean, search my name up, you could find me. When I was 18, so I have autism, a very minor case of autism. I'm very well spoken, but I never used to be able to come out in crowds like this and be able to talk like this and be myself. So I'm actually out here right now because I'm in a current lawsuit, court case, because my life is at risk. And I'm going to explain why that happened. I'm going to explain exactly why that happened. So, because of my autism, my grandmother passed away of cancer in 19. And I wanted to be a singer. I was always performing when I was younger, not at a professional level. I've always wanted to also run for politics and become president of the United States. So, I'm 23 years old. This is only the beginning of my career. But I'm going to say about 5 minutes, maybe less. I'm hoping it's less. But this is a very, very serious situation. Because of my autism, I live in a disability housing service in the state of Colorado. And I went onto social media about 3 years ago. Said I wanted to become a singer. That's all I said. I made it public. I started doing about 3 or 4 covers, and it took social media by storm. And I want to say within 6 months, I was gaining per week 20 million views on social media per week. And now here I am, 3 years later at 600 million views and a lawsuit that could put my life at risk. So I came out here because I want this heard. When I was in disability services and I was trying to get myself heard on social media, I had somebody that claimed to be a record label reach out to me. And they gave me a contract and it said Sony Music. And I'm gonna be serious. It was a real contract. The issue is I didn't know that they got it straight off of online. Like you could just go online and look up Sony Music contracts and find something. What ended up happening is they wanted me to go on to TikTok Live. I went on to TikTok Live, started my platform. That was around the time when I was gaining about 20 million views per week. During this entire time, when I was getting the 20 million views per week, that so-called management, which I later found out was fake, they ended up getting me to go onto TikTok Live and go completely nude on live. And at the time, there was 3,000 people in that live. And it went worldwide viral. And it kind of ruined my career because at the time, I was really inspired by a singer named Grace Vanderwall. And at the time, I was around 18 years old. And I wanted to collaborate musically
Of course, I don't know if that's in my future anymore. I'm fighting for a chance now. But basically the reason on why I went nude on social media, and I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible, is I was told by this fake management that I was to go nude. It was like an audition for a porn, like a regular adult porn shoot that was going to help my career blow up. They said it would give me tons of views and it would help me out.
Despite obviously being the President of the United States, when he was asked about his opinion on the matter of abortion, he simply just replied, "Thank you for your support." Daniel Larson's turbulent life took another unexpected turn, with his financial backer Bob no longer able to support him. Daniel's next moves became largely untraceable, as he turned to Discord servers and a new TikTok account, which has since been deleted. Despite the chaos surrounding him, he managed to release his second studio-recorded song, Something More, which he asked Papa Gut to review. However, the TikTok in which this happened is no longer available. As if things weren't already difficult enough, Daniel's housing situation remained uncertain, and he had to undergo a psychological evaluation to avoid going to prison. Unfortunately, he reported that his case manager, Andrew, had been fired, and he must return to his previous case manager, Riva, who he claimed was even worse. Given Daniel's situation with homelessness, it seemed his life was in chaos with no clear path forward. However, in June 2022, popular TikToker and YouTuber Brink posted a video with Daniel that quickly went viral. The video showed the two walking down a street with the text overlay reading, "We cute or whatever." In just a month, the video had received an impressive 150,000 views. Initially, it appeared that Brink had randomly met Larson, but this notion was quickly dispelled by another TikTok posted by Brink on the same day. This second video, featuring Daniel, earned over 620,000 views and 99,000 likes, hinting at a deeper connection between the two. The TikToks Brink posted featuring Daniel Larson promoted a vlog that he was creating, which featured him, Daniel, and their friend hanging out and eating pizza. The video was eventually uploaded to YouTube on June 29, 2022. However, the video was later made private. Despite the limited reach of the YouTube video, Brink's TikToks featuring Larson proved to be immensely popular. In fact, 2 of the TikToks posted on June 26th alone received over 3 million plays in total. Unfortunately, these TikToks were later deleted. The content created by Brink featuring Daniel Larson was well received by his fans, who appreciated the way Brink treated him and the outsider's perspective he brought to Larson's life. The coverage was wholesome, and Brink's intentions were to spread awareness about Larson and his situation. Meanwhile, Daniel's unpredictable behavior continued to spiral out of control as he became more involved in the online world of social media. In late June to early July, Daniel began posting incessantly on the r/DanielLarson2 Discord server, which was not affiliated with the official subreddit. Despite this, Daniel seemed to be oblivious to the fact that he was using an unofficial server. Tracking Daniel Larson's movements have been a challenging task due to his unpredictable behavior in ever-changing circumstances. Nevertheless, a timeline has been compiled to shed light on the events that occurred during this brief period. On June 30th, 2022, Daniel Larson made an appearance on the r/DanielLarson2 Discord server for a Q&A session with his fans. He saw it as an exciting opportunity for his fans to interact with him and show their support for his music career. During the session, some of his fans even went as far as donating money to Daniel's Cash App account as a gesture of their support. The following day, Daniel continued to text the DL2 group chat, engaging in various discussions with members of the server. One of the new members of the chat, who just so happened to be Brink, became embroiled in a heated debate with the DL2 server owners about what was best for Daniel. The server owners did their best to address Daniel's requests for bans, but in some cases they had to enlist the help of moderators to handle the situation. Despite their efforts, Daniel eventually left the DL2 server and promoted another Discord server on TikTok. This new server was ran by an account named Fring, which was a replica of the DL2 server that Daniel had requested. As soon as Daniel joined Fring's Discord server, he was granted full control and started banning people who he believed were not supportive of him. However, Daniel was soon convinced to return to the DL2 server where he was granted full permissions. Despite this, he left the server again. Fast forward to July 9th, 2022, and Daniel Larson once again shocked his followers with a series of cryptic videos. He claimed that he and his mentor Bob Proctor had been involved in a physical altercation outside of a movie theater in Denver. According to Daniel, the fight had caused extensive damage to Bob's car. He placed the blame on his fans, claiming that people taking photos of them caused the altercation. However, there is no concrete evidence to support this claim, and the real reason behind the fight remains unknown.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on. Bob is saying that his car window is broken, tinted, and his side of his car has body car damage because of the fight that we got into. Some fan also, or some, I don't want to say fan, but some random person, oh man, there was some type of bee or something, whatever that was. Some random person intervened, tried to calm Bob and I down. It created even more conflict. The entire thing went physical. So he says that he doesn't even have enough money to even do anything now. He just got in his car. He's driving off into the middle of nowhere. He says he's going to Texas. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. This all started because of some fan. I want to say that it was about 20 to 30 fans in the movie theater that we were just in, the same theater room, and they were taking videos of Bob and I all, like, for an hour straight, the entire movie, and then it took us an hour just to get out of the movie theater parking lot. I don't know what the fuck Bob is doing, but he's clearly injured. His mind is not working straight. Like I said, he's just driving right now somewhere, I guess, to Texas. And he's literally got he's got some of my belongings. He says that he's also selling his house here in Denver, and he'll be calling tomorrow. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. This guy has been paranoid of my popularity for quite some time. I don't even know what to even do other than just get this heard right now, because if what he is saying is true, this situation needs to be heard, and it needs to stop. This is getting out of fucking hand.
After the incident, Daniel accused Bob of leaving Denver and heading south, selling his residence in the process. However, the veracity of these claims is unclear. In a subsequent video, Daniel said that he had not heard from Bob in days and suggested that he might be missing. It was unclear whether Bob had severed ties with Daniel completely, particularly after the gravity of the altercation and the fact that he had been Daniel's caretaker for several years. The fallout between Daniel and Bob had left many of Daniel's fans bewildered and deeply concerned. The news quickly spread on social media platforms such as Twitter and the Daniel Larson subreddit, with fans speculating about what could have caused the sudden and mysterious rift between the two. While some suggested that Daniel's increasingly irresponsible behavior might have led to the fallout, others pointed to his struggles with mental health issues. On July 13th, Daniel posted 2 now-deleted TikToks showing him having a good time playing mini-golf and bowling with his friend Brink. He also revealed that he would be moving from Denver to New York in a few months. However, things took a darker turn about a week later when a disturbing video surfaced online. The video in question showed Daniel brushing his teeth with a toothbrush he had previously inserted into his anus. This was followed by a destructive rampage that lasted over a week. During this time, Daniel spent Twitch donations purchasing items that he then destroyed, including a $400 pair of headphones, a $300 tablet, a cell phone, a TV, and a door, some of which belonged to the Airbnb he was staying in at the time. The situation began on July 20th, 2022, when Daniel received a generous Twitch donation check from his then manager, Ox. Without a second thought, Daniel spent the entire amount on a pair of expensive Sony WH-1000 MX5 headphones. Just 3 days later, on July 23rd, Daniel posted a video claiming that a group of fans had spotted him, causing him to panic and flee. During his escape, he fell and severely injured himself, causing significant damage to his expensive headphones and phone.
Hey guys, this is Daniel Larson. So I got spotted by 3 fans and I got distracted, and when I was on my jog and I got spotted by the 3 fans, I fell on the concrete. So these are my current cuts. Oh shit. I mean, you can't even see the fucking cut. There we go. So, I also, because I fell, my phone flew out of my hand, and my $500 headphones got broken after only having them for a week. And they were the most expensive headphones that I've ever owned. And they're completely, like, demolished from the fall as well. So this is putting me currently about $1,000 in debt.
2 days later, on July 25th, Daniel admitted in an Instagram video that he had broken a TV and a door in the Airbnb where he was staying after a situation with his therapist, Tiffany.
So, I just broke a TV and a door over the situation currently with my therapist, Tiffany.
To make matters worse, on July 26th, Daniel posted a TikTok video claiming that he had gotten into an argument with Bob Proctor over the phone, leading to Daniel destroying his phone in a fit of anger. He was then forced to use a $300 tablet to post videos, but even that didn't last long as he accidentally dropped it and destroyed it while filming a video. In a TikTok video that emerged online, Daniel made another shocking revelation, claiming that he was now once again homeless, living on the streets with a broken phone that made it difficult for him to reach out to anyone. He also revealed that he had been diagnosed with trench foot, a condition caused by prolonged exposure to subterranean mud.
Hello everyone, so my name is Daniel Larson. So, I just got out of the emergency room and the doctor told me that I have what they call trench foot. And trench foot is a condition to where your foot sweats, or gets wet and it doesn't breathe. And so your foot over time becomes spongy versus your skin being normal. And it creates massive amount of pain. So they're telling me to get a hotel room and get off my feet for at least a month. They're saying that this has been going on from the way it looks like for at least a year.
It was unclear how he was able to upload the video, but he later posted an update that only served to heighten concerns over his well-being. In a subsequent livestream, viewers were stunned to see Daniel gambling at a casino given his seemingly dire situation. Many questioned how he was able to afford it, considering his claims of homelessness. On August 2nd, 2022, during a live Twitch stream, his then manager Ox set a $100 donation goal to swap the video with a fake nuke warning, a prank that would have lasting consequences. As soon as the goal was met, the prank was set in motion, and the sound of nuclear attack blared through the speakers. Daniel's immediate reaction was one of panic, and he frantically took down notes before dashing out of his hotel room to warn the front desk and other guests. But upon returning to his room, the realization dawned on him that he had been pranked. The prank may have been hilarious to some, but for Daniel it triggered intense fear and anxiety. Despite the prank's success, Daniel's reaction was not amusing.
Okay, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. It was a prank, Dan.
What the fuck?
It was a prank.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry. We made $100. I put a goal for the prank. We're at $100.
Listen to me now. You might actually get me kicked out of this hotel tonight. Fuck you.
No, Dan. We made $100. Don't be angry. We'll go back to the normal news.
No, listen to me. The hotel people and the security downstairs are trying to look at the news right now.
Wait, did you tell him we're getting nuked?
I told him that it's all over the news. Channel 18. CNN. Don't ever fucking do that again or you're getting fired.
Okay, I won't do it again. I won't do it again. I'm so sorry. I did not think that you were going to go to the front desk, Dan. I was actually going to tell you about right when you ran out of the room.
He was clearly agitated by Ox's actions, and he immediately announced Ox's firing, claiming that it was even a 1-week suspension at other times. The situation escalated even further when Daniel broke a TV in his room after the prank.
Hello everyone. This is Daniel Larson. What Ox, my manager, just did is not okay. And you have every single right to be pissed. He took a political video and turned it into a massive fucking chaos. He turned everything into a situation that he knew was going to escalate. He knew was going to become a bigger issue. He knew that it was going to piss me off. And for him to take a political video that involves China and yet do that? What is in that fucking guy's mind? He's fired for a week on suspension. Ox, I'll see you next Monday. Goodbye.
On August 3rd, tensions between Daniel and Ox reached new heights, with Daniel threatening to fire him completely, citing a supposed restraining order from the Vanderwall family as the reason for the extreme punishment. The second housing arc marked a critical turning point in the tumultuous journey of Daniel Larson. It began on August 31st, 2022, and concluded on October 16th of the same year, when he finally secured stable housing, which had eluded him since March of that year. This phase marked the end of the homeless arc, during which Daniel had been living on the streets for over 6 months, surviving mainly on the kindness of his fans and resorting to petty crimes such as dine and dashing and trespassing to get by. Daniel's previous housing situation had been marked by chaos, with frequent mental breakdowns, physical altercations with caretakers, and destruction of property, which often necessitated police intervention. Despite his initial reluctance to consider getting housing, he eventually worked out a new living arrangement with his case managers and moved in on August 31st. However, Daniel's transition to his new living quarters was fraught with challenges. Within 2 days of moving in, he had already punched 6 holes through the wall and broken a large front window, most likely during an argument with Bob, his caretaker. Daniel also accused his new care provider of abuse, primarily related to their ability to confiscate his phone. Ox, who was serving as Daniel's manager and temporary replacement for Bob, tried to ease his transition by ordering him a pizza. However, the order was delivered to the wrong address, triggering an enraged response from Daniel, who made numerous videos berating him for his mistake. To make matters worse, Daniel's new address was soon leaked online, with the information appearing in several Discord servers and the r/Daniel Larson subreddit, despite attempts to keep it private. One individual on the Reddit went as far as to send Daniel a large glass dildo sex toy, which he promptly discarded. The harassment didn't end there, with several pizzas being delivered to his house daily, with Daniel claiming that over 5 pizzas were ordered against his wishes within 1 day. Despite the challenges Daniel faced, his behavior only worsened, leading to destructive outbursts and an inability to manage his emotions. During one such incident, Daniel caused significant damage to the bedroom he was staying in, tearing pieces of the wall and breaking the window. As a result, the window was boarded up with plywood, and Daniel's second stint in housing ended poorly, with him leaving most of his personal belongings behind as he became homeless once again. It was evident that Daniel needed help, and it was only a matter of time before his behavior would reach a dangerous level. On October 16th, 2022, that day arrived. Daniel's behavioral issues had escalated to a point where he had a major outburst with his housing providers, leading to police intervention and a $1,000 citation. The situation was so intense that the provider, referred to as Mrs. P, expressed deep concern for her safety due to Daniel's unpredictable and unstable behavior.
to me at all.
They call for any medical attention.
You guys straight up don't listen to me.
Damn, we love you, bro.
But you guys don't listen to me. You guys call the police instead.
Because I've been working on myself.
It's clearly that I'm angry now because you guys just don't do anything.
I've been working on myself.
You guys don't care.
I've been working on myself. Listening. I'm listening to you.
You guys did not call her.
But you're in my house, though. You're in one of my homes. So
You did not. Hold on. You did not.
right now, you're not.
Hold on.
You're
Listen.
not leaving a safe environment for my staff, so I'm concerned for her.
You did not call Reva.
It's okay, they're gonna come.
Okay, you did not call Reva.
Just come a little further down. Just let him do what he wants to do.
They're just not listening. They're not listening at all. They're refusing to even listen to me. They keep interrupting me. I'm not gonna be calm. Because, like, literally, this needs to get heard. And this needs to come to an end. Because, like... I have already told you, the fact that when I'm so popular with my entertainment career, okay, and my music career, that when I go out in goddamn public, okay, I can't even leave the house without, like, people walking up to me. That's happened every single day this week.
So Daniel, you know that I'm recording. You and I have interacted a whole bunch of times.
Well, I'm gonna record as well
I don't care.
for my career purpose.
Sit.
For my
What's
safety.
going on?
So, yesterday, the police showed up because there was a situation that escalated. Somebody was... I'm a singer-songwriter, so that's important to get across.
Daniel, you and I have interacted a whole bunch of times.
I realize that.
Okay, so we don't need to go through this. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've got comments.
Okay.
What happened?
So, to be honest, I don't even know. Because they showed up at the house. Okay?
Okay.
And then at that point, they're just start yelling at me. They start interrupting me. I'm like screaming back, "You're interrupting me, please stop, you're interrupting me. You guys are not following the rules." Just because I start screaming and trying to say, "You guys are not listening to me," they call the police.
You know, a different thing. Okay. So. Cool. So it sounds like he wants to leave for the day anyways. So, we'll get him, a coat and some shoes. We'll write him a citation and send him on his way. Is that all right? Okay. Daniel, go get your coat and shoes, whatever you need to leave the house.
Okay.
You were going to stop by that Explorer right there. You're getting new charges for this today. Have a good day, guys.
Yeah. Alrighty. You're good.
Hey Daniel, can you confirm your birthday for me?
11/15/1998.
19 what?
98.
98?
Yes.
This is your current address, right?
Yes.
What phone number for you, Daniel?
It would be my case manager. Let me pull. Okay, so I have an update. So I am now kicked back out, living on the street again. The police officer that showed up, that the Shield Foundation called, is the same police officer that has written all of my other charges against me. They have now wrote another one for $1,000, estimatedly. They do not know, but is what they said. They do not know, but they estimated it at $1,000.
The reason why the police press charges on me is because they have been to the house before. They know what's going on. And they've had enough as well. They're just like, this is bullshit. And, I'm not sure if you guys heard this in one of my videos, but one of the officers said that they handled that neighborhood. So, literally, if they get called, if police get called, it's going to be her coming out because she manages that area. And she has made it clear that she will come out next time. If there's a call, she will come out and she will press charges and force people to jail, is what she said. This is not going good at all, and it's only ending up with me criminal charges and me in danger. Aaliyah at S.H.I.E.L.D. just fucking cussed me out and called me names and literally just partied on the phone, letting me just scream at her. He's a bitch! Jackass motherfucking S.H.I.E.L.D. is motherfucking, and they're escalating this shit. They just let me fucking scream on the phone because they were telling me that I was a bitch and now I'm a liar. Fuck you guys, bitches, mother.
Despite the severity of the situation, Daniel continued to act recklessly and without regard for the safety of himself or others. Later that same night, he attempted to return to the house, defying police orders and putting himself and others in danger. Daniel's pattern of concerning and disruptive behavior had become increasingly common, and it was clear that he was unable to regulate his emotions and actions. The consequences of his actions could have been much more severe had the situation not been addressed promptly. It was a wake-up call that Daniel seriously needed help. On a fateful night in October 2022, Daniel found himself in the company of a man named Wyatt and his friends after posting several TikToks from the popular entertainment venue Dave & Buster's. Daniel's invitation to join him in his shenanigans was met with enthusiasm by Wyatt and his alleged business partner Jesse. The night quickly turned into a wild ride, with Daniel sharing videos of himself inside Wyatt's car as they indulged in a hotbox session, passing around a bong. As the night stretched on, Daniel found himself creating more TikTok content with Wyatt and his friends in a cozy hotel room. The next day, the group embarked on an exciting road trip to the breathtaking Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs, ready to soak up the scenic beauty and go on a hike.
Whew. Hey guys! Hello down there!
Whole world.
However, the peaceful atmosphere started to deteriorate as the day progressed, with Daniel growing increasingly frustrated and irritated with the group. Several of the TikToks he uploaded during the trip showed him punching his phone in anger, demanding to be brought back to Denver. Tensions eventually reached a boiling point when Daniel became increasingly paranoid about being driven around in circles by Wyatt and his friends. They stopped at a Walgreens where the boys sent Daniel in and then unexpectedly abandoned him, leading to a dramatic and frightening situation.
Okay. So what the fuck just happened? So did they just bring me to Colorado Springs? We got a hotel room. And they take me to Walgreens. And they get kicked out of their mother's house. So they're now living on the street homeless. And literally just now left me in Colorado Springs with court in just a couple days, and no way to get home. Like, what is going on?
According to Wyatt, he provided Daniel with food, water, and money before leaving him. However, there is no indication from Daniel that he received any of these items. Stranded in a strange place, Daniel had to rely on his wits to navigate his way back to Denver. He claimed to have walked over 50 miles overnight, although several followers of the Larson story estimated this figure to be closer to 20 miles. Daniel eventually made it to Monument, Colorado, where he posted a TikTok video of himself savoring a refreshing iced coffee at an unfamiliar cafe. Thankfully, several Larsonians came to his rescue and offered to drive him back to Denver.
Roaring thunder, northern lights, through the night they fly, pounding hearts, epic voices, rising to the sky, 10,000 miles away. It's a new day.
Despite Wyatt's claims that Daniel was much more than he could have ever expected, the true story of what led to Daniel's abandonment still remains a mystery. On December 10th, 2022, a tumultuous event unfolded that would change Daniel Larson's life forever. In a stunning and explosive altercation between Daniel and Bob Proctor, which Daniel streamed live on TikTok, emotions ran high and things quickly spiraled out of control. During the live stream, Daniel could be heard crying and repeatedly shouting about the motel he was staying at, threatening to kill him, while holding a bloody napkin to his nose. He begged Bob for help, but Bob refused, demanding that he exit the car. Daniel responded with extreme aggression, punching himself in the face and falsely accusing Bob of breaking his arm and hitting him. Bob, in turn, grew increasingly angry, insisting that it was Daniel who had attacked him. Eventually, Bob threatened to call the police, and Daniel became even more violent, prompting Bob to follow through with his threat. As Bob dialed 911, Daniel continued to scream for help and claimed that Bob had a gun. Shortly after the incident, the TikTok account streaming the altercation was shut down.
Car! Get out of my car, Daniel!
No!
Get the hell out of my car! God damn! Get out of my car!
No!
Get
You don't understand! You don't stop!
Get
It's
out of
not
my
my
car!
fault! It's not my fault! It's
Get
not
out of
my
my
fault!
car!
The motel! The motel! The motel
my
just
car!
threatened to kill me!
Get out of my car!
Stop! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! The
Get out of
motel
my car,
threatened to
Daniel.
kill me!
Get out of my car!
No!
Get out of my
No,
car,
I'm not
Daniel!
going to! I'm not going to! I'm bleeding!
Yeah, you're bleeding because you're hitting yourself.
But you don't...
I've got to get help. I've got to get help. I've got to call the police.
No, I'm bleeding.
I've got
all
to
over
call the
me.
police.
No, the motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me!
I've got to call the police. I've got to get you out of here. Yeah, you've got to get out of my car.
The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me!
And you're trying to kill me.
The motel threatened to kill me! 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 The motel threatened to
I've
kill
got
me!
to get the police here to get you out of here.
The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me!
Get out of my car.
No, you don't! I need
Get
help!
out of my car.
I need help! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me!
This is your last chance to get out of my car. This is your last chance. Then I'm going to call the police.
The motel threatened to kill me!
And tell them you're beating me.
No, you hit me! You broke my arm!
I didn't break your fucking arm.
You grabbed me!
Yeah, because you were beating me. You sure this is what you want? I'm calling the police. Okay.
No, you're not helping me. You're not helping.
You're hitting me.
But you're not helping me. The motel threatened to kill me. The motel threatened to kill me. The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me!
I have a person here in my car that's beating me. He's a friend of mine, but he's gone crazy, and he's beating me, and I need help.
No, I need help!
We're in the parking lot of the Harkins Theater in Arvada.
The motel threatened to kill me! The motel threatened to kill me over the phone calls!
It's on 58 west of Washington.
The motel threatened to kill me!
Daniel Larson. I'm trying to get him out of the car, but I can't, and he's hitting me, and he's threatening me, and he's just gone crazy. And the Harkins Theater parking lot.
The motel threatened to kill me! You don't listen to me! You don't listen to me! The motel threatened to kill me! They said they have a gun!
Yes. Yes, I'll do that. Robert Proctor. He's hitting himself and me.
You don't listen to me!
We've been friends for a long time, but he has some mental problems. And
I'm bleeding all over me.
They're going to kill him. I tried to hold his arm back from hitting me, and it's going to break his arm. Then,
the motel threatened to kill me if I go back to the motel. They said they had a gun.
98, I think.
They threatened me with a gun! Stop! You're not listening to me!
However, Daniel went live on YouTube while in an ambulance and made false claims about being threatened by the motel with a gun. When a Reddit user asked for context regarding the incident, user the Linguini Meanie replied with, "A serious answer is that on December 7th, a hacker pretended to be Grace Vanderwall and got Daniel to give him his username and password to his YouTube account and honestly just posted mild shit posts from his account. But the fallout from this caused a several-day meltdown in which Daniel would cause damage to the motel he was in. On December 10th, Daniel had one of his biggest breakdowns after he apparently got a call where the motel threatened to kill him if he came back. The incident sparked widespread outrage from both fans and critics alike and was seen as a clear example of Daniel's tendency to gaslight and terrorize others. Many members of the community speculated that Daniel could face charges of assault and elder abuse. Even his most devoted fans struggled to find any sympathy for him, and many were left questioning their support for him. It was clear that Daniel's actions had gone too far, and he was now facing serious consequences. Hours later, Daniel took to his YouTube community tab to make a shocking announcement. He revealed that Bob had agreed to put his music career on hold for a few weeks and purchased him a plane ticket to California. Photos of Daniel at the Colorado Springs airport and another of him going through airport security confirmed that he had indeed flown to Los Angeles. It was later rumored that Bob had sent Daniel to California under the 5150 law, which allows individuals to be placed in psychiatric facilities if they are a danger to themselves or others. California has played a significant role in Daniel Larson's life, with the state serving as a backdrop to many pivotal moments. As a California native, Daniel has always felt a strong connection to the state, and he has returned to it multiple times throughout his life. The first California arc occurred in 2021, as briefly mentioned previously in the video. Despite the setbacks he has experienced in his life since that period, Daniel was undeterred, and he returned to California once again, marking the beginning of a new chapter in his life. This second California arc was full of new opportunities and challenges as Daniel sought to finally establish himself as a musician and actor in the state's vibrant entertainment industry. It seemed he was determined to make the most of this new chapter in his life and achieve his dreams of fame and success. However, Daniel was spotted at a strip club, prompting his former manager Ox to ban him from posting on any social media platforms to prevent further damage to his online presence. Although Ox was a controversial figure in the Daniel Larson community, he played a crucial role in managing Daniel's affairs, including his Twitch account and its affiliated links. Despite the ban, it was unclear whether Daniel would be able to repair the damage he had caused to his reputation and his relationships with those around him. Ox, also known as Ox the Goat or Ivan, skyrocketed to fame in 2022 for his TikTok content about AIOPMs, or lolcows on TikTok with disabilities. His channel initially focused on Daniel Larson and another controversial TikToker, Joshua Block, known as World of T-Shirts. Ox soon claimed that Larson, along with other mentally disabled TikTokers, were being manipulated into creating unsavory content by anonymous individuals. His TikTok about this topic quickly went viral, gaining hundreds of thousands of views within just a few weeks. However, in the summer of 2022, negative discussions about Ox started to surface on the r/Daniel Larson subreddit. Despite the backlash, Ox continued to create content with Larson and even met him in real life. However, Larson reacted negatively towards Ox, even going as far as to making a video where he threatened to send a bomb to Ox's house.
Fuck Ox. Fuck Ox. Fuck Ox. Fuck Ox. Next time he does something like that, I'll send a fucking bomb to his house. I'll make sure he's dead.
By November 2022, Brink, who had previously created content with Larson, decided to sever ties with him completely. Brink explained his decision in a TikTok video, citing his discomfort with Larson's fanbase and his belief that Daniel was a pedophile. In the same video, Brink dismissed Ox's accusations of being a clout chaser and called him out by his real name, Ivan.
But anyways, with that last video, I wish the best for Daniel. I can't say I didn't try helping the guy out, but it was kind of just like beating a dead horse towards the end of it. I loved making content and hanging out with the guy, but honestly, it's a toxic community around the guy that I didn't want to stay in that whole community. And also Daniel's background, I feel like it could also come and bite me in the ass later in my life because it's kind of psycho if you really look into his stuff. A lot can be said if he was manipulated into it and all that, but I don't know. People have all different perspectives on it, and really the majority is that he's a pedophile that does all this stuff, right? You can't change the public opinion's eye, so I'd rather just stay away from that so it doesn't come to bite me in my ass later in my life. But I wish the best for Daniel. It's been getting cold in Colorado recently. It actually snowed last night, so I hope he's doing well. And if I see the guy on the street, I'll help him out, but I don't know about going and seeing him every day. It was fun while it lasted. Unfollow me, please, if you guys are here for Daniel content. I will not post that probably ever again, because it's fucking annoying hearing all you guys talk about it. So yeah, these are my last videos on Daniel. I'll take down all my videos on Daniel since I'm a clout chaser, but really, I just knew what content would work on this app and ran with it. I think a lot of you guys are just mad that I came up with the idea first, and really it just seems like Ivan's mad because I got more followers off of making videos with Daniel, and he just took a different route on making videos on Daniel, and it didn't work out as well it didn't work out as well for him as it did for me. So I don't know, focus on your van life, or off the grid van life fucking shit, Ivan. Obviously the Daniel community isn't for you. No one fucking likes you. Go find a different community. Unless you want to fucking die on that hill, go ahead, do what you want. I don't give a fuck. But I'm gonna fucking peace out from this community. You guys are way too into it, and it's honestly psycho. You guys can do what you want, and I don't give a fuck. So please unfollow. But stay tuned for the monkey life, bro. We finna get a monkey by the end of this month, and it's gonna be crazy. Shit, I might even name my monkey Oxes just so I can remember this fucking cunt. But honestly, I hope everything goes well for fucking Ivan. I don't know why he calls himself Oxes. It's kind of dumb. I would have gone with Ivan. You look like an Ivan, not a fucking Oxes. But anyway, I hope the best for Ivan and Daniel. And I'm a peace out from this community. It was nice knowing you guys. Quit dragging me into this bullshit. I'm trying to live my life and not worry about Daniel anymore. Peace out, everyone.
Brink also deleted all of his content featuring Larson from his channel with the exception of one video. Despite Brink's departure, Ox continued to make content about the manipulation ring he believed Daniel and others were involved in. His discourse became more pronounced following Larson's controversial December 10th incident. On December 21st, 2022, Ox posted a TikTok video that implicated James Draws, a popular disabled sports TikToker, in the discussion. This video received almost 48,000 likes in just a month. Unfortunately, Ox has received criticism from some within the community for his actions towards Daniel and others. Some feel that Ox fails to properly hold Daniel accountable for his actions and instead blames them on manipulation or mental illness. Others have accused Ox of having a hero complex and being a clout chaser, although these claims remain disputed. However, Ox did provide Daniel with most of his food and accommodations, monitored his social media for trolls, and even attempted to help him while he was struggling in California. Nevertheless, many still question Ox's true intentions and his ability to manage Daniel's affairs effectively. Daniel Larson embarked on a new adventure in California when his mentor Bob bought him a plane ticket to Los Angeles on the last flight out of Colorado Springs. Despite the lack of information regarding his arrival, Daniel updated his community on YouTube with the following statement. "Well, California was great. I'm hopping back on the plane and going to Texas now. I have a performance there tomorrow night and then I'll be performing at a bar down there. Who knows where I'll be the next day. In 1 week I'm going back to Denver, Colorado. See you all soon." Daniel continued to lie about being in Texas for a few days, but he eventually gave up on this ruse. After arriving in Los Angeles, he joined Scientology and even considered enrolling in college. Some of his YouTube community posts from this time suggested that he wanted to drop his disability services and that he had no control over his life, although he also claimed that being in California meant that he could take control of his life. On December 17th, 2022, Daniel successfully hosted a fan meetup on Hollywood Boulevard. 6 people showed up to meet him, and it was an unforgettable experience for both Daniel and his fans. However, things took a dark turn for Daniel on January 16th, 2023, when he went live after talking to a fake Grace Vanderwall page. The person behind the page convinced Daniel to admit to being a pedophile as well as assaulting Bob.
I thought it's time for me to come clean. I admit that I am a pedophile, and I admit that yes, I hit Bob. I really cared so much that I fell for a trap, and I was used. I was used because I wanted something. I tried to get help early on, and my case managers, my disability services, they didn't care. Bob and I, our relationship, our friendship, not really a relationship because it wasn't a relationship, but our friendship got worse over time because of the fact that no one cared. No one cared to help. I tried everything I could to try to get help, but the issue is no one believed me.
The following day, on January 17th, Daniel was able to enjoy a day of fun and escapism at Disneyland. Despite the chaos and turmoil that had been going on in his life, Daniel found solace in the magical atmosphere of the theme park. The morning of January 17th found Daniel hanging around the downtown Disney area with no clear plan for the day ahead. However, fate had other plans in store for him, as the mod team within the DLR Discord began to receive reports that 2 of their friends were at Disney and had spotted Daniel. Despite not knowing the full extent of Dan's problems, the 2 friends bought him a ticket and hung out with him for a while taking photos. However, one of the photos ended up in the hands of the DLR Discord community, who attempted to claim ownership of it in an effort to convince others that they had trolled Daniel into buying tickets to Disney. Thankfully, their efforts were in vain, as Dan had a seemingly good time and was able to forget his troubles for a while. During his time at the park, Daniel made several videos detailing his experiences. In one video, he claimed that he needed to collect donations for a $50 tour that was available in the park. Later, he was seen eating a churro while on the merry-go-round, where he presumably left a deposit of scabies. Unfortunately, this was not the only health issue that Daniel was dealing with at the time. Oh, yeah, scabies. Probably should have mentioned that. When Daniel first arrived in Los Angeles, he had no luggage or belongings and was forced to wear the same clothes for over 125 days. This, coupled with his lack of access to showers and frequent sleeping in unsanitary conditions such as porta potties and garages, resulted in him contracting scabies, a contagious skin disease caused by mites that burrow deep in the skin and cause intense itching. Despite scratching hard to relieve the itch, Daniel's dirty fingernails only made the situation worse. Eventually, he went to the emergency room where he was diagnosed with scabies and prescribed $80 worth of lotion. However, instead of using the lotion, he spent his money on stocks and desserts at fancy restaurants.
Alright, well, I'm on my way to the hospital because I woke up this morning with my body itching like hell.
As news of Daniel's condition began to spread, the California community became increasingly concerned about the potential public health risks he posed. Warnings about the situation rapidly went viral on social media platforms such as Facebook, and even members of his own community expressed concern about the possibility of severe infection. The scabies arc reached its climax in late January 2023 when Daniel posted a harrowing video of himself enduring intense itchiness caused by the bugs living in his skin. His scratches were so severe that they caused him to bleed profusely. Within hours, Daniel was rushed to the emergency room once again, where he received a shot of ivermectin and a much-needed washcloth bath from a kind nurse. Thanks to the treatment, Daniel was finally able to bid farewell to the creatures that had been tormenting him for the past month. Following his hospital visit, Daniel finally obtained a clean t-shirt and his symptoms began to recede. It was rumored that Ox had parted ways with Daniel sometime in mid-January of 2023 during one of their in-person meetings in California. On January 15th, Ox uploaded a TikTok video where he alleged that Daniel had refused to provide himself with housing in Colorado and that he had outstanding warrants for missed court dates. The video quickly went viral, garnering approximately 56,000 plays and 7,000 likes in just 4 days.
Alright guys, for those of you who've been watching the series on Daniel Larson, the videos that I put out on him or other creators who are, getting fucked with by trolls online, I'm going to give you a little update on Dan and I'll talk about the other creators for a second. But right now, Dan is actively refusing the services in Denver for him. He will never be going back to Denver. There's currently a warrant out for his arrest. He's missed some court. He is not going back. He has been advised to look for housing out here in California. Some trolls recently got their claws into Dan. They got him to block me and stuff. But I just met up with him and I spoke with him in depth. And I explained to him that I'm going to have to pull out from his accounts. And I can no longer help him with trolls online. And that I am his friend. I plan on bringing him some dry clothes soon. We're going to look for some housing out here maybe. But he has to comply to everything, okay? And the reason I'm pulling out of these accounts is because Dan and his trolls are like yin and yang, and it has taken me forever to see, but Dan and his delusions will always gravitate towards these trolls because his delusions are all he wants in the world, okay? And the trolls are always going to meet him halfway because they're going to pretend to be everything that he wants, and they're going to get what they want out of him. And I, in this conversation, explained to Dan that, he's a laughing stock. He's never met Grace. They think, that he's an idiot, that they're laughing at him. All this shit. I gave him the truth. I laid it down on the table, okay? And I was harsh about it because I wanted to see if maybe he would just grab onto something. It doesn't seem so, okay, guys? The unfortunate situation, and I've called everybody in the world, the police, mental health crisis centers. I've spoken to his care in depth. The unfortunate truth of the situation is he is his own guardian, and he can't go anywhere unless he signs off on it. He will never be off the internet, and he will never be somewhere where he's being watched 24/7. These are two things that we need to come to terms with, and we now need to just watch from afar and call the necessary authority when we believe that bad things are going to happen. Okay? And that is it. That's all we can do. All right, I'm gonna be around. I'll be around, and I'll be close in case anything super wild happens. But take everything that you see coming from Dan with a grain of salt from now on, because I will no longer be in his accounts, and the chances are somebody else will most definitely be logged in. So if it's not a video of his face and him saying it, and it looks like it's Dan that wanted to say it, take it with a grain of salt. As for the other creators that I've spoken about or people have reached out about. I'm still looking into some of that stuff, and I'll do it when I have my own time. But for the most part, some of these kids who have been messing with the same people have dipped out. Some of them are still staying around a little longer than others. I'm still looking, but like I said, all in due time.
Only 3 days later, on January 18th, a TikToker known as Retro Schlong posted a screen recording from Larson's live that same night, showing a different angle of Larson's conversation with Ox. This video, with roughly 200,000 plays and 17,000 likes in just one day, seemed to contradict Ox's claims from a few days earlier.
I'm not going back to Colorado.
Well, then you need to let me take you somewhere, so...
I'm safer here than outside.
I don't want you to go to a mental institution, okay? I want you to go find housing like you had in Denver.
That's what I'm working on, but you have to be... Yes, yes, yes.
Santa Monica and dine and dashing.
No, I told you, I just fucking told you that they literally told me I will pay for your bill.
Okay.
So I said, okay, if you want to pay for my bill, go right fucking ahead.
Okay.
Okay? After I left, I guess, they decided to ban me. That's, like I said, not my problem. If they offered to pay previously.
Sure, fuck those guys, but...
That's not dining and dashing.
I need you, because I spoke to your case manager, right?
Yes.
She said that
she
need to find some help out here.
She's saying I need to set up my services out here, and that's what I'm working on doing. Okay. But I said that it would take, at least till February.
For what?
To get it set up, because I have to have my finances in place.
No, you don't. You just have to walk in there with an ID. That's all you need.
Yeah, but I can't do it at, what time is it right now?
No, of course you can't do it now, but you've been here a month, Dan.
But I'm also, you have to realize that I've been on the phone with, the recording studio at Paramount.
Okay.
I have an appointment set up later this week.
If you walk into Paramount, they're gonna walk you out with security, I guarantee you.
No, it's a recording studio. It's not their, you have to have an appointment.
Okay. You're recording music?
Yes.
And you're already paid for the session, or you're going to?
I'm going to. So I have an appointment to talk about my idea, and then they're going to give me a rough idea of what it's going to need, and then from there, that's how it sets up.
Okay, you need to make sure you have the money for that session before you go in there.
Yeah, I can't just book it and then walk in. I know how that works.
Well, listen,
I have to book it first.
I want to make sure that you know that I haven't spoken to any of these fucking little kids who run this Discord server who are fucking with you. Okay, I understand that they're making you money, but just know it's at your expense. They're laughing at you.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
They think you're an idiot.
I know.
Okay, so don't think it's some big business call when you go in there.
Yeah. No, I know.
It's a circus to them.
I know.
Okay. I haven't spoken to any of these people, and I haven't spoken to Grace. I don't know who the fuck Grace Vanderwall is. None of us has spoken to Grace Vanderwall. Okay. You got a message from?
No,
We've not spoken to Grace. This girl was an OnlyFans model. Listen, let me tell you.
No, I completely know what you're saying.
And the bullshit that they're saying about me having a baby with Grace or dating Grace, none of that was ever real. I have my own fucking girlfriend. You already met her.
And I told the fans about that, and I thought
I saw some messages in your emails, some really wild ass messages, but
like I said, we've got those people blocked.
Why block the only person who's been helping?
I mean,
you consider money help. I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm the only person you can call.
And I never blocked you.
You blocked my number. I know you did, and you changed your number today.
That's because I got my number leaked.
Yeah, I leaked it. I had to, because you were in a call with trolls. So I had to get people to call you so you would leave.
Yes, and
you understand why I did that,
and
right?
So I changed my number because of that. So no wonder I lost contact.
Yeah, no, you blocked me before that.
No, I didn't.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Because I had to turn off my notifications altogether. So I literally blocked everybody at that point. Right. And then I changed my phone number. So, I mean, it's I'm not blocking you directly.
Okay. Well, please unblock my number.
I will.
You don't need to call me all the time.
No, I know.
Call me when you need to.
All right, I will do that.
It is unclear what actually happened between Ox and Daniel, but the controversy surrounding their relationship only intensified after the release of these videos. Despite the uncertainty of the situation, the public's reaction was clear. Many people expressed their disappointment with Daniel's behavior and his seeming inability to keep himself out of trouble. Others were more sympathetic to Ox, expressing concern for his well-being and hoping that he would be able to find stability in his life without Daniel's influence. It is currently unknown whether or not Ox is still actually in contact with Daniel, or if he is still attempting to provide help to him, although it's very likely that Ox either already has or will soon cut off all ties with Daniel like Brink did earlier last year. On January 30th, 2023, Turkey Tom, a popular YouTube commentator with almost 700,000 subscribers, released a highly anticipated 41-minute video about the life of Daniel Larson. Entitled The Deranged Story of Daniel Larson, the video explored his history, including Daniel's music career and his recent split from Bob. The video was an instant sensation, receiving over 530,000 views and 23,000 likes within the first day alone. To date, it has garnered almost 1.5 million views, making it the most popular video on YouTube about Daniel, and thrusting him and his community into the public eye like never before.
Daniel Larson. It's a name you've probably heard in the past few months, but if I had to guess, you likely don't know who he is. Neither did I. A quick Google search returned images of an unorthodox-looking man, as well as page after page of links to TikTok. Daniel is someone that, upon first glance, it's not hard to tell that he's somewhat troubled mentally. However, everything has its limits. Not every mentally troubled person is created equal. Some of them seek help for their problems, while others find their therapy in flashing random strangers in the park. Case in point, Mr. Daniel Larson, or how he has been nicknamed by his faithful following, Danderson. This one is gonna get funny, it's gonna get weird, and it's also gonna get pretty dark. Let's go.
The following day, January 31st, Papa Gut posted a reaction video to Turkey Tom. Papa Gut over the past couple years has become synonymous with discussions about Daniel. With over 20 videos dedicated to him, Papa Gut has established himself as a go-to source of information for those wanting to stay up to date on Daniel's life. Despite the wealth of knowledge that Papa Gut has amassed about Daniel, some people have criticized him for lacking objectivity when it comes to Larson and his antics. Many claim that his views are skewed in favor of Daniel despite his awful conduct and accusations of pedophilia, and that he tends to downplay or ignore some of the more negative aspects of Larson's behavior, and even excuse a lot of it for his fans manipulating him. In his hour-long response to Turkey Tom, titled Turkey Tom's Terrible Take on Daniel Larson, Papa Gut claimed that Turkey Tom was spreading falsehoods and misinformation about Dan and his life. While Turkey Tom's video was largely well received by both new viewers and longtime Larstorians, some criticized its accuracy regarding certain events and circumstances in the Daniel lore. One commenter wrote, "Hi, longtime Larstorian here. Overall the video was pretty good and it was funny to see myself in a couple moments of the vid, lol. But I would like to make a couple things really clear about Dan. Number one, the system did not fail Daniel. He failed himself more than anything. He has been granted opportunities time and time again to improve his conditions, but he wouldn't take it because he believes he could make more money e-begging online. Number two, he did not come from an abusive home. While the Tennyson Center news segment says so, his own mother, as well as Daniel himself, admits that he was the abuser in the household. He recounted several times about how he would hit his wheelchair-bound mother and push his grandmother when he didn't get his way. Number three, the trolls do not treat him better than his housing. I see an awful lot of comments saying this, and I want to make it clear that all of the people at Lootbox Productions gave up after a single week of helping Daniel. All they did was further his delusions. They were too afraid to tell him Grace wasn't actually dating him and kept boosting his ego based on nothing. They quit after realizing the pedophilia allegations were legitimate. Number four, he does actually have trench foot and scabies. I know you did mention this in the vid, but you kind of said it in a joking manner, which is fine because I get it. This stuff does seem weird to people who haven't been with him a long time. But Daniel has legitimately awful hygiene. Whenever given the opportunity to shower, he whines and complains. He has gone 8 months without one as of now. If you see Daniel in public, do not touch him. You may actually get some sort of infection, I am serious. Number 5, Daniel is not worth your sympathy. Do not try to help him by becoming a manager. Do not donate to him, he is seriously not worth it. Yes, his situation is bad, but time and time again, Daniel has proven to me that he is an awful, selfish, and abusive person. If you want to donate to him, fine, I can't tell you what to do. But think about this if he somehow wins your heart. After Daniel's day at Disneyland, he spent a few more weeks in California before embarking on yet another move. This time, he headed to Las Vegas, a city which he had made multiple connections. Daniel departed from Palmdale, California on February 13, 2023 on a bus bound for Nevada. He claimed that he needed more popularity and hoped to strike it rich to purchase a $3,000 apartment in Beverly Hills. Many of his followers speculated that he would get arrested in Las Vegas because of the city's notorious strict police force. As soon as he arrived in Las Vegas, Daniel met a group of people he referred to as his new friends. They spent their time goofing around, and Daniel made sure to document their adventures. On Valentine's Day, he stumbled upon a drunken couple, and the girlfriend dropped her coin purse. Daniel helped them pick up the coins and tried to persuade the couple to let him stay in their hotel room. Although they didn't follow through, Daniel continued to make multiple videos asking them to meet him in different locations. Early the following morning, at around 2 a.m., 2 security guards found Daniel in a casino bathroom. They asked him to leave, but he became agitated and yelled at them. He claimed that he had done nothing wrong and kicked the stall door down. The encounter left Daniel visibly distraught, and he posted videos of himself hitting himself in despair. Later, he encountered a park guard and explained that the casino security had sexually tried to harass him. The guard asked him to leave, but Daniel persisted in sharing his problems with the man.
No, you won't.
Yo, get the fuck up off the toilet.
No, you fucking won't, bitch. No, you fucking won't. You aren't gonna do shit.
Whoa, you better calm the fuck down. You getting stupid now? Let's go right now.
No.
Walk. Get the fuck out.
Walk.
Get the fuck out. Let's go. Walk.
Don't yell at me. I said don't yell at me. I said don't yell at me. I said don't yell at me. I didn't do anything. I don't think so. Don't grab me like that. Don't fucking grab me like that. Don't fucking grab me like that. I said don't touch me like that. Don't fucking touch me like that. I didn't do anything. I didn't fucking do anything.
To the right. To the left.
I didn't fucking do anything. Don't fucking grab me like that, bitch. Don't fucking grab me. I have it on fucking camera, bitch.
I told you. You don't fuck around here, okay? We come get you, right? I said walk.
Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me.
Out the door. I ain't gonna touch you.
Don't fucking touch me.
We said come out. You should have wrapped it up and got the fuck out.
Don't fucking touch me.
All that shit. Next time you go in the handcuffs.
Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me,
Next time you go in the
bitch.
mechanical restraints. You don't step on this property, sir. You better watch your mouth.
Next time you try to hit me, I didn't do anything. You hit me.
Property, please.
You hit me.
Property, please. Nobody hit you. It's not property. Yep.
Don't fucking walk over here. Don't fucking walk over here. Don't fucking walk over here. No. Because I didn't do anything.
Cross the street. I said walk, okay?
I don't.
Here your options. Do you want to go? You can walk or I take you across the street. How you want to go? Walk.
I was just trying to
walk.
I was just trying to use the goddamn fucking bathroom, bitch.
Walk. All right, just walk.
I will kill myself. Fucking kill myself over them.
myself over them.
Paramedics or anything?
No. No. I just need some time.
What's going on?
The fucking security at that motel right across the street sexually tried to harass me.
Alright, so well, this area is technically closed. I'm gonna ask you to depart property.
Just go ahead and call police.
Must call the police.
Well, call paramedics or something.
Go ahead and depart property.
I don't want to walk right now.
I understand that, sir, but this area is closed. It's the middle of the night. Go over to the park, go inside where it's warm.
I can't just do that.
Why not, sir?
Because everywhere I go, I'm being harassed by security for nothing. My lungs feel like they're on fucking fire. Oh. I need fucking security. I shouldn't be doing this alone. I'm about to break a fucking window. This fucking use. I need to buy a fucking gun. Fucking sexual assault. He's lucky I pulled up my pants prior to the fucking video. That's gonna need fucking stitches. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Despite the guards' warnings, Daniel continued to stay in casinos, sleeping in public areas. He was trespassed from one casino and barred from returning. He almost got arrested when a security guard caught him sleeping in a restricted area 3 times. Daniel eventually left on his own, claiming that the guards were lying about everything.
You guys are not making sense because...
Okay, I'm going to read this trespass to you, and if you do not leave, you will be arrested for trespassing. As a duly appointed representative of the owners of this property, I hereby warn you, you are trespassing upon this property as defined by Nevada Revised Statute.
I'm not trespassing.
207.200. This is our property, and we say you're trespassed. 200. If you do not leave these premises immediately, you will be subject to the arrest for the misdemeanor. Your subsequent return to the premises after being duly warned will subject you to immediate arrest for trespassing. Now, are you going to leave, or are you going to be arrested for trespassing?
Like I said, I wasn't trespassing.
You're making it harder.
I just trespassed you. We have the right to do that. You are trespassed. You can never come back here again.
For literally just sitting here and watching the game.
For sleeping 3 times, that's why.
I wasn't
Are you going to leave?
Though. I wasn't sleeping,
Are you going to leave, or are you going to be arrested?
I'm not going to sit here and have lies, though.
Well, are you going to leave, or are you going to be arrested?
Like I said,
you were sleeping when I got here, you were sleeping when he got here. And
put your phone away.
No.
We're going to take you outside, or we can take you in back. And I don't want to take you.
I will leave, but I'm not going to sit here and be trespassed.
You are trespassed.
Then just leave, dude, for the day. Leave.
I will, but
Okay.
I'm just trying to get my message across. I was not sleeping. I was watching the game.
When I got here, you were sleeping.
Just because I closed my eyes for like a second.
No more conversations. Walk out the door. That's it. That's all. That's it. You're done. There's no more. It's like the rest of your life. Go out those doors.
I'm just trying to say that, like, I'm tired of, like...
But you can't come in here and sleep. It doesn't matter if you're tired.
I wasn't
made this
sleeping.
life decision. We're done having the conversation. You need to get up and go.
207 to control reading and trespass a
Now
second
you're
time.
gonna get a second one, and then you're gonna get a third one, and then you're gonna get arrested. So you need to go.
As a duly appointed representative of the owner of this property, I hereby warn you, you are trespassing upon this property as defined by Nevada Revised Statute 207.200. If you do not leave these premises immediately, you will be subject to the arrest for the misdemeanor of trespass. That's the second time. Third time you're going to jail.
Let's go.
Are you leaving?
Yes, but
Then go.
like, why am I being trespassed?
We already said it a million times.
Let's go.
All right, then I'll leave. You guys are like lying about everything. Like, you guys are liars.
Not long after this, Daniel found himself in yet another legal entanglement. This time, he was caught trespassing at an MGM property, resulting in his ban from all MGM establishments. The online community of Daniel Larson followers, including members of the Daniel Larson World Discord like I Am Stony and Mythic Sparrow, managed to track him down through his videos on TikTok. When I Am Stony located Daniel, he warned him not to speak to nearby children. With several others calling security, the establishment eventually ejected Daniel from the premises. According to I Am Stony, security informed him that Daniel was banned from all MGM properties and would be arrested on site if caught. On the 15th of February, Daniel's life took yet another strange turn. After a morning of chaos, he posted a video on TikTok at around 6 p.m. promising a 2-hour-long live stream if he could secure a motel room for the night. However, he failed to make good on his promise, and this video would be his last for a long while. His followers were left in the dark, wondering what had happened to their favorite aspiring musician and lolcow. It seemed he had just disappeared. The Dark Ages, also known as the Larsonian Blackout or the Missing Arc, was a wild period in the Daniel Larson timeline. It was marked by a sudden halt in Daniel's posts, leaving the entire community in confusion. The events leading up to this period included Daniel's ban from MGM properties after wandering around Las Vegas for a few days. Following his sudden disappearance, the Daniel Larson subreddit was made private to prevent it from being banned after Daniel fans brigaded the Las Vegas subreddit and spammed it with memes and missing posters about Daniel. It wasn't until the 22nd of February that a video posted on the r/Daniel Larson subreddit showed a man crossing the street who bore an eerie resemblance to Daniel. The poster claimed to have witnessed him getting kicked off of a city bus in Las Vegas for refusing to pay the fare. He also reported that Daniel looked defeated and sad when speaking to the bus driver. This was the first legitimate piece of information on Daniel's whereabouts since February 16th, marking 7 days that Daniel was absent. Daniel's sighting immediately put an end to several theories that had been circulating about his situation. But the blackout persisted as Daniel still had no way of communicating with the internet. It wasn't until February 23rd at around 5 p.m. PST that Daniel made his return on a new TikTok account at Daniel Larson LV, uploading a series of videos explaining his absence. In the videos, Daniel revealed that he had been attacked by 2 fans who had punched him and stolen his phone. During the altercation, they also allegedly fractured his skull, which explained the buzz cut he had received while at the hospital. He was also wearing the same jacket that he was spotted wearing in the previous Reddit post. Because he had no phone and couldn't access his donations through apps like Cash App and PayPal, he had to rely on the generosity of his fan base to acquire a new phone in person. Daniel also disclosed that he would be receiving $380 worth of food stamps per month, and that he had housing arrangements through a company called Sober Homes. The community breathed a collective sigh of relief as Daniel's return marked the end of the Dark Ages. It had been a worrying period with no updates available on Daniel's whereabouts, the subreddit down, and panic spreading in the Discord. Allegations and theories sprang up from multiple sources and individuals, but fortunately, Daniel's return put an end to the speculation and provided his fans with an explanation for his absence. While the story is still somewhat unfolding, the information from Daniel himself is still unsure to be true or false. On February 27th, Daniel took to his TikTok account to update his followers on his current situation. It is important to note that due to his frequent bipolar episodes and pathological lying tendencies, it can be challenging to decipher which of Daniel's claims are true. Therefore, take anything he says with a grain of salt. Throughout the day, Daniel uploaded approximately 50 videos from his presumed location in Las Vegas with the clear blue sky behind him. He discussed a range of topics including his living situation, finances, legal issues, and interactions with various individuals. During the day, Daniel claimed that he was in contact with housing companies out of California and Colorado to secure disability housing. He also stated that he wouldn't be able to have a girlfriend or job if he entered the service. Daniel then asserted that he made $30,000 from donations alone in the previous year, which he claims is enough to kick him off of Social Security. He also expressed frustration over applications for jobs, which he claimed were blackmailing him and refusing to hire him due to his reputation. Daniel also touched on several legal issues, including his warrants, his status as his own legal guardian, and Bob's refusal to pay for his housing despite DDRC and his case manager Riva demanding it. He refused to turn himself in for any warrants, claiming his innocence. Daniel also discussed his mental health, stating that he becomes better mentally the longer he believes he doesn't have a disability. He stated that he would be running his finances alone because he doesn't trust anyone else to run it for him. In one video, Daniel revealed that Sober Homes, the housing company that he had previously claimed to have arrangements with, had kicked him out of the service because he couldn't afford the monthly rent. He then admitted to putting holes in the walls of his previous disability homes because his caretakers told him he couldn't leave. Throughout the day, Daniel made several references to Grace Vanderwall, as he always does. He announced that she was supposedly in Las Vegas trying to find him, and begged for her help in several videos. He also requested donations through Cash App, saying he needed $30 to pay his restaurant bill. However, he later revealed that he could not complete the transaction due to his debit card declining, and that he had since been banned from the shopping center he was at. In a particularly distressing video, Daniel appeared to be crying and stated that Bob, on the phone, had threatened to buy a gun if the state didn't provide housing for him. In another video, Daniel claimed that he was in danger and needed Grace's help urgently. He posted the video from a restaurant booth at Dave & Buster's, and his phone camera appeared fuzzy and blurry, giving the impression of the fog era. Daniel was later kicked out of the Dave & Buster's for dine and dashing, and was subsequently banned from all Dave & Buster's locations nationwide. He then made his TikTok account private. On March 1st, Daniel's TikTok account became public again. He posted several videos showcasing his limbs, which revealed many scabs on his skin. Daniel stated that the hospital required him to have permanent housing before receiving treatment for his scabies, which is a long treatment. He was also attempting to contact Bob to obtain a free bus ticket back to Denver, although it is unclear if this Bob is an impersonator. Daniel also posted a photo of his lunch and explained that he needed verified family to pick him up from the bus station to obtain a free bus ticket. Daniel expressed his frustration with the situation, calling it really fucked. He also claimed that Bob had sent him to California, but he had recently lost contact with him. Daniel then recorded a small group of people in a booth across from him in the restaurant, stating that they had been talking about him nonstop for an hour. He also made many other statements inside the restaurant, causing some commenters to question if he was on any drugs or simply just having a schizophrenic episode. Daniel left the restaurant and threatened to light fireworks in a casino, which led to his TikTok account Daniel Larson LV being banned due to the casino threats. He then created a new account called Love Daniel Larson Forever on TikTok. Since Daniel's Las Vegas arc began, he remains homeless and is likely still infested with scabies. He has also been banned from 18 out of the 29 casinos on the Las Vegas Strip. It is still unknown as to who exactly Daniel's alleged attacker was when he went missing, however fans have jokingly suspected it to be Grace Vanderwall's IRL boyfriend, who ironically matches Daniel's description of the attacker being an African-American male adult with dreadlocks. On March 2nd, the Daniel Larson community was left reeling when news broke that he had been arrested for trespassing at a casino the night before. Redditors were quick to share the news, with user Coyote50 offering up the details that he had gleaned from the LVMPD security team. As of right now, he is in custody of the LVMPD. He was confirmed arrested and trespassed from a casino last night. I have verified this information with their security team and the LVMPD. Do not try to call or interact with anyone in regards to this. Let the professionals handle this. Update, 15:30 Las Vegas time. He has likely not yet been charged or booked into any detention centers in Clark County. He was likely sent to a medical facility but will transfer to a jail afterwards. We will likely know tomorrow. Understandably, Daniel's absence from social media on the day in question only served to fuel speculation, with his fans desperate for any kind of official statement from the man himself. That statement did come, though not in the form that many were expecting. Instead, a post appeared on Daniel Larson's YouTube community page, written not by himself, but by what appeared to be the Las Vegas Police Department. The post stated that the account was under investigation for terrorism. While some fans believed this post to be genuine, many others suspected that it was a prank pulled by a mischievous manager or troll who had access to Daniel's account. Nevertheless, the situation remained unclear, with more information being revealed as the investigation continued. To this day, Daniel still has not made a return to social media, and it is still unknown where exactly he is at. It seems that only time will tell. The Larson-verse is a constantly evolving saga, and while there is always hope for redemption, it appears increasingly out of reach for the troubled and disturbing Daniel Larson. His behavior continues to surface, revealing a pattern of illegality and creepiness that harms not only himself, but also those around him. The only recourse may be institutionalization, but the ending of this story remains to be seen. Despite this uncertainty, it is clear that Daniel's plot armor will likely never fade, as he continually feeds into his delusions and the lies that his trolls feed him. It's frustrating to witness the incredible fortune Daniel was given, receiving free housing in Denver, a pleasant location, only to complain about it and destroy walls like a spoiled brat until his care providers kicked him out. While it's true that most unhoused people face significant challenges with shelters, including theft and bed bugs, it's still a better option than having no shelter at all. Daniel would have been better served in Colorado or California, where better services are available, as the Vegas Strip is probably the worst place for someone like him. The influx of money in this area means that anyone not spending will get blacklisted pretty quickly, and given his behavior, his face won't allow him to step foot anywhere. Moreover, the outskirts are riddled with homeless drug addicts, and if he isn't already using drugs, it may become one of the next major arcs in his story. The story of Daniel Larson is a cautionary tale that offers several life lessons. Having followed his case since he announced his presidential bid in 2020, I have personally learned about the dangers of social media and mental illness and how they can consume a person entirely. We can also learn about the tragedy of the homelessness crisis and the difficulty those handed a poor hand in life have in improving their condition, especially for the mentally troubled and just the homeless community in general. Additionally, we can learn about the perils of platforms like TikTok and online trolls who go to extreme lengths to get a laugh out of a person, as well as people like Daniel who use the internet to carry out deranged fantasies and engage in pedophilic behavior. Despite the tragedy of Daniel's story, it would not be appropriate to feel sympathy for him, at least in my opinion. Undeniably, Daniel has experienced a difficult life, allegedly growing up in an abusive household, losing his grandmother, and experiencing instability within the disability care system, as well as being born with multiple mental disorders. However, he's had countless chances to turn his life around, seek help, and rectify his past mistakes, which is incredibly fortunate for someone as reprehensible as him. The responsibility for his controversies and criminal behavior lies solely within Daniel himself. Despite repeated warnings that the celebrity persona he was embodying online was merely a facade, he continued to embrace it and engage with trolls, catfishes, and fake managers, as well as giving into his pedophilic tendencies instead of accepting the help offered by his loved ones. The ultimate fate of Daniel Larson's story remains unknown, and only time will tell how it ends. But for now, all we can do is continue watching and documenting his antics until he eventually fades from the public eye for good, whether that be through imprisonment, institutionalization, or death. The story of Daniel Larson, TikTok's worst lolcow, has been a harrowing one, but it serves as a warning of the dangers of unchecked delusion and the importance of accepting help when it is offered. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next installment, if that day ever comes. Oh my god. Yes, I can finally talk normally. Okay, so now that I'm not in my super intense documentary voice, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed that documentary. I put a lot of time and effort into it, and research, and editing, recording, all that stuff. I really put a lot of love into this, so I really do hope that whoever's watching this, I hope you guys enjoy it, or that you guys enjoyed it, assuming that you made it to the end, which is why you're here, of course. Honestly, this documentary would not be possible without the Daniel Larson subreddit. Shout outs to the people over there, especially, you know, the ones who, you know, showed support for me when I first, you know, announced in that subreddit that I was going to be making this documentary at all. You know, thank you to the people who said they were looking forward to it, you know, that they were going to watch it. So yeah, if you're here from the Daniel Larson subreddit, you know, thank you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you to my fans on TikTok and Instagram for, you know, showing me support. Obviously this is the first video on my YouTube channel, so it's kind of a switch up in the content that I normally make. But yeah, if you already followed me on TikTok or Instagram and you're here, thank you so much for your support. Shoutouts to the people at the Daniel Larson Wiki. You know, they've done such a great job at, you know, piecing together the Daniel timeline and just the sequence of events and everything. And honestly, if it were not for that wiki, you know, this documentary would not be possible, like, at all. So shoutouts to the people who run that. Shoutouts to Perk30. He does really great videos on Daniel Larson, incredibly detailed. He has an entire series on him. I highly suggest you guys watch his videos, because if you want just like an even more detailed, more longer explanation of Daniel and his life and, you know, what's just going on, definitely check out Perk30's channel. I kind of willingly left out some bits and pieces of Daniel's life just because, like, honestly, the documentary was getting too long anyways. But yeah, if you want to keep following Daniel and just like knowing more about him, definitely go to Perk30's page. Shoutouts to Turkey Tom and Papa Gut, you know, for making, you know, both incredible, you know, videos and content related to Daniel Larson. Thank you so much to the Daniel Larson curator, who is not only one of the best archivists of Daniel's content, but also, you know, just is a really helpful person. You know, he reached out to me, you know, during the making of this documentary on Discord, and he helped me out. You know, he gave me clips and media and stuff to use, and honestly, if it weren't for his help, you know, a lot of certain parts of the documentary would not have been able to be finished, or I would have just had to cut some shit out. But yeah, shout outs to the Daniel Larson curator. But yeah, honestly, I'm really wiped out for making this documentary. I've been working on it for like, I'd like to say 3 weeks now. Honestly, I'm surprised that I got it done in the amount of time that I did. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, you know, please drop a like, drop a comment, consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this, more long-term projects, you know, in the future. And yeah, that's about it. I honestly have no idea how to close this off. Just thank you. Thank you. Okay, bye. Subscribe.